So you refer to your textbook as well as see. Okay, see my slide. Okay, this is a very simple slide, but it's actually from your textbook. Share with you. Did you manage to see the sharing? Did you see the sharing? Nampak tak? Can you see my slide? Financial accounting and reporting tu?
Nampak, Madam.
Nampak. Okay, very good. Okay. So before that, okay. Okay, impairment. Impairment. So impairment in chapter 10. So first of all, you already see the impairment, the video. Okay, last. So I believe that you already have some idea what is impairment all about. Okay, before we start the class, what if can anybody tell based your own understanding what is impairment? Boleh tak? Siapa-siapa participate? Can anybody participate? What is impairment based on your understanding? Can you participate? Anybody? Amir Haziq, are you here with me?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, Amir, what is this impairment? Okay, very simple, one sentence only.
I think impairment is where the condition in which to perform certain activities is reduced or limited.
Okay, which is referring to what? Referring to what?
Assets.
Impairment of what? Assets.
Assets.
Okay, very good, Amir. Okay, so as I understand, okay, of what you tell just now, okay, what you share just now, impairment of asset is referring to a loss. Okay, a loss or reduction in the economic benefits. Okay, from the asset. Okay, because for example, let's say you have the asset. Okay, let's say you buy a bus. Okay, you have a vehicle for a bus. You know, bus kan. Okay, you expect to use the bus for 10 years. Okay, but in the middle of the useful life, okay, the bus has broke down. Contohnya dia rosak. Okay, 5 years. Okay, so you expect to use in 10 years, 10 tahun. Tiba-tiba after 5 years bus tu rosak atau bus tu dia perhaps there is indication that the bus was not there is reduction in the future economic benefits. So rosak. So there is a impairment lah. Okay. So for example, let's say over the period of time, so that asset may face a situation where the carrying amount larger than its recoverable amount. Okay, I have mentioned to you impairment from the perspective of 136. The asset may face a situation where the carrying amount, before that, carrying amount is what? Anybody? Humaira Balkis? Are you with me, Humaira? What is carrying amount? Whereby you see here the carrying amount may be larger than its recoverable amount. What is carrying amount? What use of this carrying amount? What is carrying amount, Humaira? Carrying amount tu apa? Hello? Carrying amount tu apa?
Book value. Madam mute.
Ya Allah, patut pun. Boleh? Boleh dengar saya? Sorry.
Okay, dengar dah.
Okay, I heard that just now Fatin told me carrying amount is the book value. So the book value that you record in the accounting record, okay, this carrying amount is larger than its recoverable. So when this situation occur, so this indicate there is the impairment of the assets. Okay, that's basically what is impairment all about. Okay. So this impairment is based on so as I mentioned to you, this impairment of assets for corporate, okay, for big companies, okay, for companies, the treatment on this impairment of asset is governed under MFRS. Anybody? MFRS? MFRS apa? Hello?
136, madam.
136.
Okay, this treatment, treatment for the impairment. Let's say the company has indication of impairment of their asset, so they will refer to this MFRS 136. Okay, that's prescribe the recognition. Okay, how to recognize the impairment of asset, how to measure the impairment of asset, how to disclose the impairment of asset. So this MFRS 136 prescribes this. Okay, dibagi tahu company how to deal with the recognition of impairment, measurement of impairment, and also disclosure requirements for the impairment of most assets in their company. Okay, so basically this MFRS 136 follow IAS 36. Okay, that specify the procedure that entity should follow to ensure that their assets are carried not more than its recoverable amount. So, okay. So other than that, MFRS 136 also gives the company to prescribe the procedure, what they need to do, okay, what they need to do when there is impairment of the assets. This to ensure that the assets are carried the value less than its recoverable amount. Dia nak pastikan the carrying amount, in the financial position is make sure that it is less than the recoverable amount. That's the purpose lah. Okay. So this MFRS 136 also applies to this. Okay, MFRS inventory. So let's say, it does not apply except. So impairment, like you say asset, there are many types of asset, right? So this MFRS 136 do not apply for impairment for assets such as inventories, okay, constructions, okay, deferred tax, and also from the employee benefits. So these types of asset cannot apply under this MFRS 136. So impairment of asset ini dia tak ada, dia MFRS tak cover lah for this type of assets. Okay, lagi financial instrument. Okay, financial instruments and biological assets. Okay. Banyak lagi. Okay. Intangible assets, okay, insurance contract. So these impairments of these type of asset ni tak cover lah under MFRS 136. Okay. But this MFRS 136 cover to financial assets. Okay, cover the financial assets under MFRS 127. Okay, MFRS 127 for subsidiaries. So meaning that if subsidiaries which is classified under the MFRS 127 ni, subsidiaries is also considered as asset. You know subsidiaries? Siapa tahu subsidiaries? Anybody know subsidiaries? Subsidiaries is where let's say when a company acquire another company and the voting share is the acquisition of the voting share is more than 50%. So subsidiary ni dia jadi macam investment lah. Okay, I tell you, this subsidiaries, associates, company in associate, joint venture. Okay, so ini investment. Okay, these are types of investment, okay, which is classified under this MFR financial assets. Okay, so what I am trying to tell you, okay, assets for financial assets under MFRS 127 for subsidiaries MFRS 128 under investment in associates, okay, joint ventures. So this is covered under MFRS 136 because these are investment. Okay, these are investment. Bila company dibuat investment dalam syarikat lain, okay, and that companies are fall under category MFRS 127, okay, for subsidiaries, okay, 128 for the investment in associates or joint venture, 131. So any impairment of this type of asset is can follow the MFRS 136. Okay, so this one we'll look at this later. So this one is basically they are covered under a cash generating unit. I will tell you later. Okay. So but however the financial assets which is covered under MFRS 139, yang ni tak cover. Okay, yang fall under 139 do not covered under 136. Okay, MFRS do not cover this. So these are such as investment property. You know investment property, right? Okay, we have discussed, I've touched a bit regarding the investment property. Okay, MFRS 140. Okay, biological asset, yang ini favorite you all. Okay, agricultural activity. So yang ni tak cover under, so impairment, this type of assets, okay, dia tak cover. Okay, yang ni dia cover. This one. Okay, and also, okay, yang ni dia cover. The reason I tell you because when we say investment, impairment of asset, you know asset there are so many type of asset. Ada banyak jenis asset kan, so ada yang 136 cover, ada yang tak. Okay. Okay. So when we say indication of impairment, okay, I think you have saw the video, okay, last week. Indication of impairment. Okay, contoh macam asset kan, asset you expect to use, okay, to use like for example the bus, okay, you expect to use the bus for 10 years, but in the middle of the useful life after 5 years for example, so there is indication of impairment. Okay, something that you do not foresee, okay, from the beginning of the early years of the useful, you cannot foresee, okay, something which is unprecedented, okay, something that you cannot expect, okay. And but there are indication. Okay, ada indication is what? Indication ni apa dia? Kelas? Fatin mana Fatin? Fatin lagi, Aiman lah pula, Aiman. Indication is what? Indication.
Indication.
Indication tu apa dia?
Indication tu lebih kurang macam bagi saya tanda-tanda.
Tanda-tanda. So ada tanda-tanda lah. Okay, thank you Aiman. Okay, so tanda-tanda aset tu mungkin di-impair. As I mentioned to you, contoh macam bus kan, bus, okay, ada tanda-tanda di-impair. So you expect to use the bus, okay, for 10 years, but in the middle of the useful life, okay, 5 years, ada tanda-tanda bus tu dia punya the expected economic value is not as what you expected. So there are indicators. So ada tanda-tanda. Okay, so there are two sources of indication. Okay, source of indication, one is external, okay, the other one is internal. Okay, indication for external resources such as, let's say, the fair value of the decline in the market value. Okay, decline in the market value of the assets during the year. Decline in the market value, for example, let's say you have investment, okay, which is investment in other company, but there are decline in the market value. Okay, or perhaps that you have the computers, okay, computers in your company, there are declining in the value of that particular asset. There is adverse in the change of technology, okay, market or legal environment. Okay, increase in market interest rates, carrying amount which is exceed the market capitalization. You know market capitalization? Market capitalization is the share price times the this one. Yang number 4, this one is referring to investment in the financial assets. Okay. Contoh if let's say the company acquire another listed company, but the carrying amount exceed the market capitalization. Because market capitalization is the share, the fair value of the assets. Okay, fair value of the assets in the financial market. Okay, financial market pasaran saham. Okay. So this is external. Okay, but internal sources such as obsolescence, okay, or physical damage, dia memang rosak. Okay, memang rosak, okay, or damage due to natural disasters. Dia memang rosak. Okay, rosak. Okay, adverse change in the use of assets. Okay, let's say you expect to use the asset for 5 years, let's say 10 years, but after 5 years, dia memang dia dah tak perform, okay, as what you have expected. Okay, worse the expected economic performance of the assets. So these are internal sources. Okay, the external sources which is outside which is luar daripada asset tu lah. Okay, for example, market value, technological, economic, legal environment, market capitalization which is outside the asset, di luar daripada asset tu dia merosak. But internal source of information, you can see the performance of the asset itself. Are you following? Can you see the difference between the internal and external? Can you see the difference? Please participate. I do not know about whether I'm talking alone here. Hello?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so can you see who's talking there? Siapa tu? Amelia ada, Amelia? Ya. Oh, ya. Atria Nadira. Ya, Atria Nadira. See the difference between the internal and external? Can you tell me briefly what is internal, what is external based on what you understand just now?
Kalau external more to macam environment. And then kalau internal about the asset itself.
Yes, very good. Okay, external sources which is outside the asset. Okay, something that you cannot control. You cannot control the market value. You cannot control technology. Okay, such as for your gadgets, it's very, very fast moving. Okay, you cannot control that. Okay, you cannot control the market interest rate. Okay, market capitalization also you cannot control. But this one, you also cannot control. But you can see the asset itself, dia memang rosak. Okay, dia rosak due to natural disaster. You cannot. And also the expected economic benefits. Macam bas tu kita boleh ingat kepada 10 tahun pun 5 tahun dah rosak. So it's about the asset itself. Okay, thank you so much. Atia. So when there is indication of impairment, you must do the assessment of the asset. You must review, okay, the assessment of the assets. So you can tengok lah, okay, asset tu mungkin dia ada rosak ke, so you have to check. You have to assess its carrying value, okay, or you have to assess its recoverable amount. Okay, so such as this machinery, equipment, or even the property, you have to assess. So when you see the indication of impairment, okay, then you must determine or you must identify its recoverable amount. So you can tengoklah berapa dia punya recoverable amount. Because the impairment is actually the difference between the carrying amount and the recoverable amount. So to determine whether the impairment, you must compare the carrying amount with the recoverable amount. Are you following me, class?
Yes, madam.
Very good. Okay, so that's for intangible asset. But for before that, for tangible asset, you do the impairment test if you see the indication. Okay, if you see the indication. But for the intangible asset, you do the impairment test annually. Okay, it's different. So impairment review is made, okay, because you see, unlike the tangible asset, impairment review is made when there is a presence of impairment. Kalau ada tanda-tanda impairment, but for intangible assets, you do annual impairment test. Okay, so it's different. That next. Okay, lagi. So recoverable amount of the intangible asset should be computed annually, okay, for assets with indefinite useful life. So dia memang tak ada apa, indefinite, okay, indefinite. So dia memang tak ada, you cannot expect how long the useful. Dia memang dia indefinite lah, dia tak ada specific useful life. Okay, intangible asset not yet available for use, goodwill. So these type of assets needs to be needs a annual impairment test. You have to test the impairment test every year. Okay, but for tangible asset, okay, you do the impairment test when you see indicators for impairment. Okay. Okay, next. Okay. So impairment review process. Okay, if you see, okay, you refer to your textbook. Okay, you refer to your textbook page 325. Okay, indication impairment review process, whereby first you compare the carrying amount, okay, of the assets, okay, which is the net book value of the asset. You compare with the recoverable amount. Okay, so this recoverable amount is a higher of fair value less cost to sell and the value in use. Okay, so if the carrying amount is more than the recoverable amount, so there is indication that there is impairment. Okay, there is impairment loss. Okay, so you compare between dua benda ni lah. Okay, carrying amount with the recoverable amount. So if recoverable amount is more than recoverable amount, then there is impairment loss lah. Okay. So the issue now, okay, when for the recoverable amount, you must identify the fair value less cost to disposal or value in use. So I tell you in a simple word to compare between fair value less cost to sell. If let's say you decide, okay, you decide to dispose the asset, you jual asset tu, berapa you dapat? So this is fair value less cost of disposal. Okay, so fair value less cost of disposal is actually giving you, okay, the amount, how much you get if you sell the asset. Are you following me, class? Hello, Farisha, are you following me? Farisha Iswani, where are you?
Ada.
Okay. Fair value less cost to sell ni apa dia? Fair value less cost of disposal ni apa maksud dia? Apa maksud dia? Yang ni. Fair value less cost to sell ni. Less cost of disposal. Ni apa dia maksudnya? Aisyah, Humaira left. Farisha. Oh, Farisha.
Ya, madam.
Value less cost to sell ni ialah value apa? Value apa? Value apa? Value apa? Sebab sekarang ni you nak compare kan? You nak compare
Amount
carrying.
receivable from the sale.
Apa? Amount receivable
From the sale of the asset.
from the, sorry sekali lagi. From the,
Amount from the sale of the asset less the cost.
yelah kalau perkataan paling mudah, kalau you jual ke you retain the asset.
Dispose.
Kalau you dispose. So maksudnya sebab you akan compare carrying amount tu dengan nilai kalau you nak dispose asset tu. Nak dispose tu maksudnya you jual asset tu lah. Berapa you dapat? That's this fair value less cost of disposal. Okay? You hafal kan? Fair value less cost of disposal ni sebenarnya nilai kalau you jual asset tu berapa you dapat. Faham tak Farisha?
Faham?
Okay. Or value in use. So what is this value in use? Hawa Isra. Hawa Isra, value in use. What is this value in use? In your own sentence, in your own words. Hawa. Ini nilai kalau kita jual aset tu. Kalau value in use, value in use ni apa dia? Value in use ni kalau kita retain the asset. If the company retain the asset, how much you get? If the company sell the asset, how much you get? So you compare lah these two figure, which one is bigger? Which one is higher? Are you following Hawa? Hawa, sekali lagi, what is this value in use? If you retain the asset. Okay? So just now I said, in order to determine the impairment loss kan, you compare carrying value dengan recoverable amount. So recoverable amount ada dua figure. Sama ada you jual aset tu ataupun you teruskan guna aset tu. So ada dua pilihan. Berapa yang you dapat? Okay, so you take the higher. The higher of the fair value less cost of disposal dengan value in use, itu ialah recoverable amount. Okay. So, yang mana lebih besar lah? So example okay, for value in use, before that value in use So the value in use, kalau fair value less cost to sell is easy, right? I mean how much you get when you dispose. So value in use is the present value, present value of the future cash flow that you expect to derive from the asset. Because when you retain the asset, you can expect or you must expect how much you get. Okay, how much you get in future. How much you get? Berapa you dapat? Sebab you nak retain kan? If you want to retain the asset, you do not want to sell it, how much is the future cash flow that you expect that can be derived from the asset? Okay, but we use the present value lah. Present value. So maksudnya rely dia pada you calculate today. Okay, let's say you retain the asset for 5 years. Okay, how much you get? Okay, for every year. For the 5 years. You calculate today. So that is why you must use the present value table ni. Okay? Are you still following me, class?
Yes, madam.
So, tengok contoh So, this value in use ni. Okay, so this value in use, normally we use this cash flow projection ni. Okay, so this cash flow projection is estimation of the future cash flow that the company expect to derive from that particular asset. Sebab because the issue is you want to retain the asset, right? Okay, you don't want to sell the asset. You want to use the asset. So, you must expect, the company must estimate the future cash flow. Okay, the company must estimate the future cash flow that you possibly will derive. Okay, possibly that company expect, okay, that you get from the particular asset. Okay, but you have to take into account the possible variation. So that is why the discounted value lah. Okay, that is why we use the discounted value. But because the expectation is that the RM ringgit today will not be similar with RM ringgit or $1 today that you receive will not be similar after 5 years, for example. So that is why you must use the present value table. The discounted should be discounted because you are calculating the value today. Are you following me, Muhammad? Ahmad ada kan kelas ni, Ahmad? Ahmad, are you with me, Ahmad?
Ada madam.
Ahmad. Why we use the present value table? We use the discounted value. Kenapa? To calculate the value in use. Can you tell me, Ahmad? Boleh bagi tahu tak kenapa untuk value in use ni kita guna discounted punya amount? Kenapa?
Sebab kita guna so nilai dia berkurang.
Sorry? Kita apa?
Sebab kita guna hari ni, so nilai dia akan berkurang.
Bukan gitu. Bukan
Kena.
gitu. Ni, maksudnya macam ni. Value in use ni, first sekali, what is value in use, Ahmad? Ahmad kena faham dulu. Apa tu maksud value in use? Apa maksud value in use, Ahmad? Kita kena faham maksud value in use dulu. Value in use ni apa dia, Ahmad? Hello, Ahmad? Ahmad?
Value yang telah digunakan.
Ya, value in use ni you tengok value in use, kalau definasi dia, you tengok value in use. Okay, value in use ni ialah present value of the future cash flow expected to be derived from the asset. Apa yang Ahmad faham di sini? Apa yang Ahmad faham kat sini ayat dia tu? Ahmad, kalau ayat yang saya merahkan ni kan, apa yang Ahmad faham kat sini?
Nilai hari ni yang di mana pada masa depan dia akan expected untuk derive.
Derive daripada apa?
From the asset lah. From the asset.
Itulah maksudnya dia punya present value of the future cash flow. Sebab isu sekarang value in use ni bila kita nak apa? Kita jual ke kita retain the asset? Ahmad?
Kita retain lah.
Kita retain. Maksudnya retain tu maksudnya kita nak guna asset tu. So berapa dia punya cash flow yang kita akan dapat daripada asset tu? Bila kita guna asset, kita expect dia punya future economic benefits kan? Future economic cash flow. Betul tak Ahmad?
Ya,
so
betul.
berapa? Itu dia punya value in use. So value in use kita guna present value. Okay, present value. So tadi tanya you kenapa kita guna present value. Saya tanya you tadi kita pakai present value table. Sebab apa? Sebab kita kira dia punya expected cash flow pada hari ini. So kita expect nilai $1 today tak sama nilai pada masa akan datang. That's why dia ada discounted value. Faham tak Ahmad?
Oh, faham.
Betul tak Ahmad?
Boleh.
Sebab you kena faham. Bukannya kita expect dia punya dia punya performance dia makin merudum, bukan. Kita guna dia rosak, bukan sebab tu. Sebabnya issue dia punya present value ni. So kita akan setiap tahun mungkin kita expect setiap tahun akan dapat 10,000. Dia tak berkurang pun. Kita dah expect dia ataupun kita expect year 1 dapat 5,000. Year 2 let's say 5 years 5,000. Second year dapat 10,000. Third year dapat 7,000. Okay, fourth year maybe you get 6,000. Okay, fifth year you get let's say 7,000. So the cash the dollar, the RM tu yang kita dapat pada masa hari akan datang, okay, dia tak sama dengan nilai hari ini. That's why kita pakai present value. Faham tak? Hello Ahmad? Boleh Ahmad
Boleh Ahmad.
So that's value in use. Because this, okay, in order to calculate the value in use, you must use the cash flow projection to estimate. Okay, to estimate, sorry. Cash flow projection is an estimation of future cash flow that company expect to derive from the asset. Berapa dia punya future cash flow tu? Okay? Thank you Ahmad. Okay, lagi. So, in order to use this, you use the discount rate. Okay, the discount rate. Okay, you ingat tak present value table? If you still remember, I believe that you still remember. We use this table. Okay. Let us go to the to example first. Okay. So example. Everybody, example. Okay. This is actually referring to your textbook. Okay. Let's say you can use this slide. Okay. Example. HMD. Okay, and now the objective is to recognize the impairment loss. HMD company decide to review one of their properties that may be subjected to impairment. Okay, the cost incurred to build the property 2015 was 1.2 million. No Nabiha, are you following me, Nabiha? No Nabiha, Nabiha? No Nabiha, are you with me, Nabiha? No, ada no? Nabiha ada Nabiha? Ada Okay, ada Okay. No ada no? No? Nuh Naji? Nuh Naji? No ada ni? Hello no? Ni saya ambil attendance ni. Saya panggil-panggil ni, saya ambil attendance ni. No, I are not with me Tengok HMD company, okay, they built the property 2015 and the cost is 1.2 million. The carrying amount in 2017 is 1.8 million. You see there is increase in asset, isn't it? Increase in the value. And then 2019 is now become 1 million. See, 2015, 1.2, 2017, 1.8, and then suddenly 2019 is now has reduced to 1 million. So this is the information. Okay, now. And then you see the value in use is 800,000. So therefore the recoverable amount is 1 million. Okay, tengok sini The value in use, so this is the information carrying amount 1.8 million. Okay, and then fair value less cost to sell is 1 million. And then the value in use is 800,000. You tulis you write down the information. Okay, you write down the information. First, the carrying amount is 1.8 million 2017. Okay, the cost is 2015, 1.2 million. Carrying amount, you write down the information. I do not bring the pen. I have the pen. Okay, but I don't bring it. This is in my office. Okay, you write down the information. Cost is 2015. The cost is 1.2 million. Okay, tulis. The carrying amount in 2017 is 1.8 million. Nanti saya panggil random siapa Fair value less cost to sell 2019 is 1 million. Okay, you write down the information. And then value in use 2019 is 800,000. Okay, so dah siap tulis? Okay. Fair value less cost to sell 1 million. 2019 2017 1.8 million. Okay, 2019 again. Okay, the value in use is 800,000. Okay, saya nak panggil Siti Nur Nazira, are you with me?
Yes, madam.
Nur Nazira?
Yes, madam.
Nur Nazira is not here. Nur Alisa Balkis? Nur Nazira. Okay, can you tell me 2019, what is the figure for the recoverable amount?
2019, the recoverable amount 1
Sorry,
million.
berapa?
1 million.
Tak faham. Sorry, sekali lagi.
1 million.
Nazira, 2019 kan? 2019, recoverable amount dia berapa?
1 million.
You compare, have you write down the figure that I told you just now?
Yes.
2019, value in use 800. Sorry, tak tulis ke?
Tulis, madam.
Hello Nazira, are you with me Nazira?
Madam Najib, dia dah
Nazira?
respon madam.
Nazira tulis tak apa yang saya bagi tahu tadi? Sorry? Apa
Dia
dia
dah
sekali lagi? Oh, dia ada masalah ni ni. Nuralisa Balkis ada Balkis. Balkis ada Balkis? Nurul Farzana? Siti Nur Wahida? Nurul
Madam.
Farzana, okay. Okay, Nurul Wahida. Okay, Siti Nurul Wahida. Okay, I tell you just now, value in use 2019 is 800,000. Okay, fair value less cost of disposal 2019 is 1 million. So if I ask you, the recoverable amount 2019 berapa dia? Berapa? Berapa Siti? Oh, berapa
1
Wahida?
million. 1 million, madam.
Hello, Wahida?
Ya, madam.
Hello, Wahida?
Saya, madam.
dengar
Punya recoverable amount. You dengar je?
Kita
You
orang
apa dia,
dengar
sorry?
je suara Wahida. Doktor kot tak dengar kita orang.
Tak tulis ke apa si kabur tadi? Kita orang ada apa? Kita orang apa? Hello?
Ya, madam.
Madam.
You ada kelas ke? You kata kelas you start pada pukul 10 kan? Hello?
Madam,
Can anybody tell? Yeah, yes.
kita orang dengar suara Wahida, madam tak dengar
Doktor,
suara
kita orang
Wahida.
dengar je kawan-kawan.
Ah, ah.
Saya tak faham.
Kita orang dengar suara kawan yang lain.
You tak dengar saya?
Tak, madam tak
You tak
dengar
dengar
suara
saya?
kawan-kawan yang lain. Kita orang dengar suara madam.
Hello? Kita orang dengar je suara kawan-kawan lain. Mak saya yang tak dengar. What's wrong, ah?
Betul, madam.
Yes. Okay. Sekejap Meaning that you cannot hear me. You cannot hear me? Hello?
Boleh, madam.
Hello?
Yes,
Boleh dengar saya tak?
Dengar.
Boleh, madam.
Madam dengar suara kami ke?
Baru saya dengar. Okay. Baru saya dengar. Boleh, you all dengar saya tak?
Dengar.
Madam.
Dengar, madam.
Okay, maybe ada silap dengan ni kot. Okay. Okay, now. Again. Siapa tadi? Fazira Siapa? Nazira. Okay, Nazira, I ask you the recoverable amount. Berapa recoverable amount dia?
1 million.
1 million. Yes, very good. Okay, 1 million. Okay, because you compare between the apa? Macam mana dapat 1 million tu?
Compare value in use dengan carrying amount.
Okay, fair value less cost to sell. Fair value less cost to sell is larger than the value in use kan?
Yes.
Okay, so okay now. Okay, you see the recoverable amount here. Recoverable amount is 1 million, isn't it? Okay, but the carrying value dia berapa? Nazira, carrying value dia berapa Nazira?
1 million.
No, carrying value. Carrying value.
Oh,
Carrying value.
1.8.
Yes, 1.8. You see, carrying value is 1.8. The recoverable amount is 1 million. So definitely you need the impairment loss. Okay, you have to write down the impairment. Okay, so if you see here, the journal entries. So 2015, okay, you debit the property, you credit bank. So this one is initial recognition. Okay, you recognize the asset, and then there is the revaluation surplus of 600,000. Okay, 2017 there is increase in value. Okay, 2019. Okay, 2019. Okay, there is impairment loss of how much? Berapa Nazira? How much? How much? Ni you kena buat bentuk apa? Yeah, I should show you the macam mana saya nak tunjuk kat you. Kan saya tak bawa lah. Tapi tak apa, kejap Let's say kalau saya cuba tunjuk sini Let's say okay. Nampak tak kalau T account ni? T account of property kan? Okay, property kan? Okay, property mula-mula 1.2 million. Okay. Lepas tu ni 2015. And then you plus another 0.6. Isn't it? Okay. And then this is 2015. And then 2017. Okay. It's now become dia jadi 1.8, isn't it? Betul tak? Kan? Okay, and then you impair whereby, okay, you 2019, okay, you impair the value of 0.8. Okay, so that is why dia punya CD balance okay, will be 1 million only, isn't it? So dia akan jadi 1 million lah. Supaya tunjuk sini. So you kena tolak 0.8 minus 1.8 minus 0.8, so dia akan jadi 1 million. Okay, I cannot show you the T account here. I will show you in class So maksud macam ni lah. You punya kalau saya buat dia 1.8, okay, you minus 0.8. Okay. You use this impairment loss plus the revaluation reserve. Okay, so jadi 1 million. Sorry. I'm so sorry. So the value now become 1 million only. Okay, dia punya new carrying amount. So the carrying amount will follow the recoverable amount. Okay, the recoverable amount, just now Nazira said it is 1 million. The carrying amount will follow the recoverable amount. Okay, so you see, you have the impairment loss of 200,000. Why? Because you must utilize the revaluation surplus account first. Okay, when there is revaluation reserves account, okay, revaluation surplus, you must utilize the revaluation reserves account first. Okay? And then the balance will go to impairment loss. So now the new recoverable amount is, the new carrying amount will be 1 million following the recoverable amount. Okay? So this impairment loss will be part of the expenses. Okay, as I mentioned to you, impairment loss is an expenses. So this 200,000 will be recorded as the impairment loss. Okay, so this one is actually for non-depreciable asset. Okay, thank you Nazira. This is for non-depreciable asset. But what is for the sebelum tu so just now the carrying value is more than the recoverable amount. But if let's say the book value is 200,000. Okay, this is another situation. Book value is 200,000. Fair value less cost to sell is 210,000. Okay. So you see here, what is the situation here? Siapa dia? Huda Shifa. Huda
Ya,
Washifa.
madam.
What happened here? What happened here?
The FP dia larger than the CA.
Okay, dia punya fair value less cost to sell is larger than the
CA.
larger than carrying value. So what happened here? So ada impairment tak?
Tak ada impairment.
Okay, so tak ada impairment. Very good. So this one, no impairment no impairment write down is required. Tak perlu buat apa-apa pun. You tak as long as the carrying value is less, okay, than the fair value less cost to sell, okay, you don't have to adjust anything. Okay? Nak bagi tahu kat sini je. Okay? Okay, this one for intangible asset. Okay, for tangible asset, this one is for tangible asset. Okay, tangible asset, let's say this one okay, example, Abi company, tadi intangible asset tadi tu yang non-depreciable asset, maksudnya asset yang kita tak ada depreciation Okay, this one is for assets for asset with the depreciation Example here, Abi company is reviewing one item among their pool asset, which is a piece of machinery, to be tested for impairment. Okay, the carrying amount is of the machinery is 200,000. Okay, the carrying amount, so you write down carrying amount is 200,000. Okay, fair value less cost of disposal is 250,000. So you see here, sini pun dah nampak kan, carrying amount is much larger than the fair value less cost to sell, which is 150,000. So memang sini you nampak lah, so there is indication of impairment. And then, so you nampak sini carrying amount dia lebih besar daripada potential recoverable amount. Okay, so let's say ni maksudnya kat sini, kalau katakan machinery tu you jual, you akan dapat 150,000. Are you following me, class?
Yes, madam.
Okay,
Yes,
kalau
madam.
dia jual. Okay, kalau dia jual. If you want to retain, kalau you tak nak jual machinery tu, annual projected cash inflow from the machinery for the next 5 years is 40,000 every year. Kalau you tak nak jual, tadi you jual kan, you dapat 150,000 one off. Kalau you tak nak jual, you guna lagi 5 tahun, you akan dapat 40,000 setiap tahun. And at the end of year 5, when you dispose the machinery, at the end of the useful life, you will get another 20,000. Are you following me, class? Can you say it again? Siapa nama? Can you say it again? Nur Nazira dah panggil. Farah Wahidah? Wahidah atau Wahidah?
Saya ke madam?
Okay. Farah Wahidah. Okay, can you
Siti
explain
Nurwaida.
Siti, okay. Siti Nurwaida. Boleh rephrase tak apa yang saya cakap tadi?
Kalau dia tak nak jual aset tu dan dia
Aha.
pakai lagi 5 tahun, dia akan
Okay.
dapat annual tu 40,000.
Okay.
And at the end untuk dispose value aset tu dia akan dapat 20,000.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Nurul Wahida. You faham Kalau dia tak jual, you akan dapat, company tu akan dapat 40,000 setiap tahun. Dan pada akhir tahun yang kelima tu, dia nak dispose, dia akan dapat lagi 20,000. Okay, itu maklumat dia Kalau dia nak jual terus, dia akan dapat 150,000. Okay? So carrying value dia 200,000. So you akan ada, nampak kat sini dia ada indication of impairment kan? Okay. Now, the current borrowing cost to finance the purchase of this machinery is 7%. Okay. Okay. So, you akan kira value in use. You dah tahu. You already know the carrying amount which is 200,000. Fair value less cost to sell is 150,000. So, you take note that information. Okay. So, now you want to calculate the value in use. So, the information is annual projected cash flow for 5 years is 40,000 every year. And the disposal value at the end of year 5 is 20,000. And the discounted value is 7%. So this is how you calculate the value in use, whereby 40,000 every year, this one you follow very closely, 40,000 every year for 5 years at 7%. Okay, so you can use this annuity factor. You know present value kan, present, yeah, okay, I let me share with you this one. Okay, let me share with you. Okay, wait here. Kejap Okay, present value annuity table. Present value annuity table. I believe that you learn this during your business business study. Sorry. Ni apa ni? Okay. This one. Do you recognize this? Did you recognize this? Where do you learn this?
FM.
Financial management. Okay, you see present value of annuity, present value of ordinary annuity. You have two types of table. One is annuity table, present value annuity, and the other one is present value of one. Bila kita nak guna annuity table, bila kita nak pakai present value ni? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me? If you don't tell me, I will call anybody. Luqman. Luqman mana Luqman? Bila nak pakai present value? Bila nak pakai present value annuity? Hello Luqman.
Yes, madam.
Okay, can you tell me bila nak pakai present value of ordinary annuity dengan present value? You boleh beza tak?
Saya tak belajar FM lagi, madam.
Oh, tak belajar FM lagi? Tak
Baru
belajar
ambil
lagi?
SEM.
Sorry?
Baru
Belum
ambil SEM. Baru ambil
Baru
SEM.
ambil SEM ni. So baru first time jumpa ni?
Madam.
Okay. Siapa yang dah ambil? Masa SPM ada belajar tak ni? I mean, saya cuma tanya ni je lah. You ada pernah jumpa? Pernah jumpa dah kak? Okay, let me tell you lah. Okay, present value annuity table ni dia ada dua tau. Dia ada yang apa tu setiap tahun lah. Tahun pertama, let's say we focus here. We focus here. Okay, we focus here. Nampak tak ni yang saya colourkan ni? Nampak tak?
Nampak
kan?
doktor.
Okay, nampak 7% dia punya discounted value, present value. So present value, katakanlah mesin tu kan tahun pertama, you akan kira dia punya RM tu, tahun pertama dia kena darab dengan 0.9347 Tahun kedua punya projection cash flow tu, you kena darab dengan ni. Okay, every year. So selama 5 tahun. So projected cash flow for year 1 you darab dengan ni, year 2 darab dengan ni, year 3 darab dengan 0.816. Okay, lepas tu year 4 you darab dengan 0.7629. Okay, year 5 you darab dengan 0.71299. Macam tu. Setiap tahun. Okay, but listen to me. If let's say the annual expected cash flow is same every year, is even every year. Kalau dia sama, you may as well use this one. You can use this annuity table. Okay, present value annuity table provided that the year the expected cash flow is same every year. So you may use this one. Okay, you take year 5, 7%. So you just times with this. Ni. You ambil ni je. Sorry, kejap. Minta maaf. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1, 2, 3, 4. Tahun ke berapa? Kejap.
5.
Ni. Tengok betul lah. Okay, tengok Sekejap. You tengok sini ni. tahun kelima kan dia 4.1002 kan. Okay, you darab sekali je. So 40,000, you tengok formula dia. 40,000 times annuity factor for 5 years at 7%. So 40,000 darab dengan 4.100 tadi tu. Okay, 002 tu. Okay, this one you nampakkan annuity factor for 5 years at 7%. Okay, ni tau. Kalau you tak nak guna ni, you boleh pakai present value. Tapi setiap tahun lah kedarab. Tapi kita buat ni dulu Annuity factor for 5 years at 7%. So 40,000 times 4.1. Sekejap. 4.1002 kan. So tapi dibundarkan dia ambil 4.1 je. Okay. Plus at the end of 5 years tu 20,000 times 0.713. So this one they use this one. Okay, sebab pada akhir tahun tu, akhir tahun yang kelima tu, okay, you akan kira lah yang 7% you dapat one off kan 30,000. So you want to okay, so 7% you ambil yang year 5. Okay, yang year 5 pada akhir tahun yang kelima tu you darabkan ni. Faham tak? Are you following me class? So,
Yes, Doctor.
So you see the formula. Every year you get this 40,000. Every year for 5 years. Okay, and then plus at the end of 5 years tu you ada ni. You dapat sekali je. Okay, so you tambahlah dua-dua ni. So you get this. 1, 7, 8, 2, 6, 0. Okay? So you cuba you kira Cuba ini kalau pakai annuity table. Kalau you pakai ni, present value of annuity ni, RM1 ni. Kalau you kira ni kan, you kira ni. Maksud saya, you nak test ni cuma nak verify je lah nak verify. Okay, you take note you ambil pen. Okay, you ambil pen. You kira 40,000 darab dengan 0.9354. Ni. Nampak tak ni? You darab Lepas tu tahun kedua 40,000 darabkan dengan 0.8734. Tahun ketiga 0.8163. Tahun keempat 0.7629. Tahun kelima 40,000 setiap tahun yang darab Okey. 0.71299. You dapat tak amount ni? Lepas tu you campur dengan yang tahun kelima tu 20,000 darabkan dengan 0.71299. Dapat tak? You dapat tak amount ni? Siti Nur Hafizah. Hafizah ada. Syazana ada. Syaza. No Syaza. No Syazaliana. Ada tak Syazaliana? Are you with me?
Ada, Madam.
You kira tak? You dapat tak? Sama tak ni?
Tengah kira.
Okay, kira sekarang. Siapa dapat bagi tahu? So I show you this one. Ini. So maksud saya kita nak verify betul tak formula kalau kita pakai present annuity kan? Present annuity of 1 ni. 40,000 tahun pertama darab dengan 0.93458. Okay, tahun kedua 40,000 darab dengan 0.87344. Okay, tahun ketiga 0.81630. Okay, tahun keempat 40,000 lagi darab dengan 0.76. Okay, 290. Okay, tahun kelima 40,000 darab 0.71299. Campur 20,000 darab dengan 0.71299. Kalau campur dua-dua tu dapat tak 178 berapa tadi? 178 ni. This one. 178,260. I mean mungkin ada some decimal places lah. Mungkin you dapat tak? Siapa yang dapat bagi tahu saya? Syazaliana dapat tak Syazaliana?
Kejap, Madam.
Okay. Ahmad Khatib. Kira tak Ahmad Khatib? Ahmad.
Sedang kira jap.
Okay. Nisa Nasuha ada? Aina Nabiha ada? Sorry. Anis Nabila. Ada nak Anis Nabila? Saya nak ambil attendance ni.
Ada madam.
Ada sorry. Amir Haziq ada? Amir Haziq?
Madam.
Ada
Yes,
doktor.
yes.
Saya
Siapa
Nisa,
tanya? Siapa nama?
Nisa Nasuha.
Nasuha. Okay. You nak bagi tahu saya? Apa dia?
Oh, tak ada.
Okay, tak ada. Okay, Amir Haziq ada. Amir Haziq. Siapa yang dapat bagi tahu Dapat sama tak? You dapat amount ni berapa tadi? Saya nak tahu. Sementara saya ambil attendance. Dilia Huda Washifa ada?
Ya saya.
Ada. Ahmad ada? Atirah Afikah? Atirah Afika. When I call you, you say I'm here. Atirah Afika, are you with me, Atirah? Atirah, are you with me? Nur Emilia Nashira? Humaira Balkis? Okay. Nur Syaza ada? Syaza dapat dah Syaza? Nur Farah Wahida? Ada? Nur Nazirah ada? Okay, Siti
Atira
Nur
tadi
Wahida.
ada madam.
Okay.
Saya Siti Nurhaidah.
Okay, thank you so much. Muhammad Daniel Zikri, are you with me, Daniel?
Ada.
Okay, Farhan Edham ada?
Ada madam.
Okay, Nisa Nasuha ada? Luqman ada?
Ada madam.
Okay, Muhammad Rizwan.
Ada madam.
Ada? Okay, ada, very good. Semua bagus. Ahmad Noh ada Noh?
Ada madam.
Okay, Hawa Nur Isra? Hawa? Okay, ada. Okay, Nurul Farzana? Okay. Nur Maisarah Adnan?
Saya madam.
Okay. Nur Natasha? Ada. Nur Farisha Izwani?
Ada madam.
Okay, Amir Syakir. Yang lain tu kira Don't stop. Okay, I will ask again. Amir Syakir, are you with me? Amir Syakir bin Selamat. Okay, also absent. Last class also absent. Nur Fatin Nadia.
Madam.
Okay, okay, thanks. Okay, Mashita Asmawi.
Ada madam.
Okay, Fatin Nazira.
Saya,
Mana
madam.
Fatin? Okay, Nur Amalia Dayana.
Saya madam.
Okay, Muhammad Afian.
Saya madam.
Okay. Nur Nabiha. Are you with me, Nabiha?
Saya madam.
Ada, okay. Nur Atria.
Saya madam.
Aisyah Nabila, thank you. Aisyah Humaira.
Saya madam.
Okay. Nur Khalifah Najwa.
Saya madam.
Nurul Aina.
Saya madam.
Nur Fagira.
Ada madam.
Okay, and Amira Batrisha.
Saya madam.
Okay, so now, okay, let's go back. Nur Shazaliana, did you manage to get it? Dapat tak?
Ya.
Dapat tak? Did you manage to get around 1782560?
Ya, dapat.
Yes. Okay. So you may use both. Actually, you may use both present value annuity table or present value of one table. But if let's say the annual projected cash flow is even, dia sama even every year, you can use the annuity table. So it's more simpler. Lebih mudah kan? Lebih mudah. Provided if the projected cash flow is the same every year. Kalau setiap tahun dia sama, then you can use. Kalau setiap tahun dia tak sama, you must use the present value of 1. Are you following me, class?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
madam.
Okay, macam ni lah, 20,000 dia one off dia sekali je kan. So you use the present value factor of RM1. Okay, so I hope you are following. Okay, I know that you are following me. Very good. Okay, so then you know the fair value less cost to sell is 150,000. So you compare the fair value less cost to sell and the value in use, which is 178,000. So definitely the recoverable amount is value in use, isn't it? So it is 178,250, and then you compare with the carrying amount, then you see there is the impairment loss, okay, which is you have to write off of 21,740. Are you following me, class? Are you following?
Yes, madam.
See? So you compare di antara, you compare between the carrying amount with the recoverable amount. Recoverable amount here is the value in use. Okay? So you see the impairment loss is 21,740. Okay? So you kena ni lah. So dia punya, so you have to record this as part of your part of the expenses. Okay, part of the expenses. Are you okay now? Okay kan? So impairment loss ni will be part of the expenses. Okay, other than that, depreciation will be expense every year lah, of course. Tapi but this one, the question is dia tak bagi tahu kan, so tak apalah. Okay, tak apalah tu. Okay. So, impairment for goodwill ni, impairment for goodwill. Okay. So this one impairment for goodwill for business combination lah. This one okay dulu. Yang ni biar dulu. Okay, so I think for today, I think I have okay, I want you to do please do question. I will give you other question as well. Okay, I want you to try. Before that, okay, you go to your textbook. You go to textbook example 10.1. Hello, 10.1. Okay, 10.1, page 326. Okay, you see that. Are you following, class? Boleh kan? Am I talking alone?
Yes, madam.
I'm talking
Yeah,
alone. No, Okay, you go to example 10.1, page 326. Okay, let's do this together. Okay, an equipment was acquired on 1st January 2016 at the cost of 150,000, and the useful economic life of 10 years. Okay, at the December 2020, the impairment review was performed. The fair value of the equipment is 26,000 and expected to acquire selling cost of 2,000. So if you sell the equipment at 2000 as at 31st December 2020, you will get 26,000 minus the cost to sell of 2,000. So kalau you jual, so fair value less cost to sell is 26,000 minus 2,000, and the expected cash flow is 5,000 every year for 5 years. Okay, so you see the information there. Okay, and then the current interest rate for 10% and annuity factor for the following, for the period of given is 3.5%. 791. So this is for 5 years. Okay, so dia bagi tahu siap-siap annuity factor. So kat sini you tengok sini. So 10%. So 10% year 5. 10%. Sorry, not this one. This one. So you see, okay, 10%. Okay, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 years. This one. Ini bukan yang ni. Yang ni. Ni. Okay, year 5. Here, 10%. This one. Sama kan? Sama tak? Sama tak?
Sama.
Sama yang dia bagi tahu Okay, so you tengok So you are required to calculate, okay, if there is impairment. You calculate the impairment So first of all, okay, you must identify the carrying value. So how much is the carrying value? Okay, when you want to calculate the carrying value, you look at the textbook You must calculate the accumulated for depreciation. Isn't it? Betul tak? Betul tak? Siapa nama? Amir. Betul tak Amir? Betul tak Amir? You must calculate the accumulated for depreciation for 5 years. Am I right? Betul tak Amir? Amir tak ada dah. Nah, Anis Syahira, ada tak Anis Syahira? Tak ada Nazira? Okay, accumulated for depreciation is 5,000 times 5. Isn't it? It is 25,000. So carrying amount dia berapa? Carrying amount dia? Siapa ni? Saya seorang. Dia cakap seorang-seorang ke ni? Ada tak? Are you still with me class?
25,000.
25,000 which is, where do you get that?
Accumulated depreciation darab 5.
Okay.
Betul tak? Depreciation darab dengan 5 tahun.
Okay, depreciation which is how much depreciation every year? 5 years, isn't it? 5,000. How do you get the 5,000? How do you get the 5,000?
50,000.
Okay, 50,000 divided by 10 years. So you get 5,000 every year times 5 years. So accumulated for depreciation is 25 years. Carrying amount? Carrying amount? Who am I talking to just now? Siapa? Carrying amount? Sekali lagi? 5,000. Macam mana carrying amount jadi 5,000?
25,000.
25,000. Kebetulan sama Kebetulan sama. How do you get the 25,000? How do you get the 25,000?
Cost minus accumulated depreciation.
I know. Can you tell me how much?
50,000 minus 25,000.
Yes, 50,000, which is the cost minus the accumulated for depreciation of 25,000. So you will get the carrying amount of 25,000. Betul tak?
Yes, madam.
So dia kebetulan sama carrying amount dia dengan dia punya accumulated for depreciation dia sama. You jangan kata dia punya accumulated for depreciation 25,000 carrying amount 25,000. No. This kebetulan sama. Okay, now you know the carrying amount. Recoverable amount, recoverable amount is a higher of fair value less cost to sell, which is 26,000 minus 2,000. Okay, berapa dia punya fair value less cost to sell? Hello? Siapa? 24,000. Value in use?
18,955.
18,955. How do you get that? How do you get it? Macam mana dapat tu?
5,000 times
Yes.
present value annuity.
Yeah, very good. Okay, 5,000 setiap tahun selama 5 tahun. So you guna present value annuity table. Okay, 3791. Okay, so you will get 18,985. So recoverable amount dia berapa? Recoverable amount. Which one?
24,000.
Yes, for 24,000 because it's high. The fair value less cost to sell is higher. Okay, so you take the recoverable amount of 24,000. So now the difference between the carrying amount, which is 25,000, and the recoverable amount of 24,000, Okay, so the difference is 1,000. So this 1,000 will be the impairment. Will be the what? 1,000 ni apa dia?
Impairment loss.
Yes, it is the impairment loss. So how to record the impairment loss? It is you debit the
Impairment loss.
yes, debit the impairment loss in your profit or loss, and you credit what? You credit what?
Asset.
Yes, you credit the assets. Okay, which is the equipment. Okay? Are you following me? You still following me? Do you think you at least you understand? Do you understand the topic? I mean up to here? Are you okay?
Faham, madam.
Okay, faham. Alhamdulillah. Faham, alhamdulillah. Okay, so I think that is all for today. You have a class at 10 o'clock, right? So perhaps at next class, we will continue the topic. Okay, we'll continue the topic. So I want you to do a question for application exercises. You do question number 1, 2, 3. Are you okay? Are you following? Mana soalan yang saya suruh buat tadi? Soalan mana?
1, 2, 3.
Under review question or application exercises? Yeah, application exercises number 1, 2, 3. So next class, I will continue, okay, with the topic plus application exercises. Okay? So see you physically, insyaAllah. Yang kita jumpa face to face next class on Tuesday, right? Not Tuesday, on Monday. Okay, Monday from 2 o'clock from pukul berapa? Pukul berapa? 2 to 5 o'clock.
2 sampai 5.
So insyaAllah, okay, insyaAllah we will utilize these 3 hours, okay, to proceed, okay, to finish the topic as well. Okay, boleh?
Madam.
Yes, yes.
Wan Syahidatu Zulaikha tak ada.
Wan Zila tu, I didn't call her.
Ah?
Saya tak panggil dia
ada
ke?
before ni.
Oh, maksud saya panggil dia tak tadi?
Tak.
I'm
Ada
following
tak
I'm following the attendance. I mean following the student who present last class. Can you tell me the name again?
Wan Syahidatu Zulaikha.
Wan
Wan Syahidatu Zulaikha. Sebab minggu lepas dia tak datang MC.
MC. Okay. Let me find it. One. Tak apalah, nanti next class, okay, you tell me. Okay, saya akan tanda. Okay? So,
Okay, madam.
is that, okay, thank you so much. Okay, can you tell me, anything else? Okay, before you go to your class? Anything else, class? Ada apa-apa nak tanya tak? Tak ada. Okay, tak ada. So, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for this class. Okay, I enjoyed the class. Alhamdulillah. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Okay.
madam.
Thank you, madam. Bye.
Thank you, doctor.